You are kindly reminded to silence all electronic devices. Today's ceremony will be uncovered and only official participants will remain covered and render honors. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Captain Scott McClellan, it is my pleasure to welcome you to today's ceremony that celebrates the accomplishments of Naval Support Facility Redzikowo and acknowledges its change of leadership. I'm Commander Brad Baer, your Master of Ceremonies. Thank you all for joining us this morning to participate in this time-honored Navy tradition, the change of command. Before we begin, I'd like to first take a moment and recognize our distinguished guests in the audience today. Here from our U.S. team, Captain Eric Verhaeg, Aegis Ashore Program Manager for Missile Defense Agency. Commander Josh Lewis, Commanding Officer, Aegis Ashore Missile Defense System Poland. Mr. Blaine Guidry, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Our Polish military partners in attendance today is Colonel Rafał Ostrowski, Commanding Officer, 7th Coastal Defense Brigade. And Colonel Marek Mroczek, Commanding Officer, 6th Military Logistics Unit. Our partners here from the local authorities is Ms. Barbara Dickier, Mayor of Slupsk Municipality, Inspector Leszek Górski, Chief of Słupsk Police Department, and Ms. Anna Szymanska, Vice Director of the Mechanic Vocational School in Słupsk, and Ms. Sylvia Sexton, Director of the Redzikowo School. Again, thank you all for being here today. The change of command is a time-honored tradition drawn from the customs and laws of seafaring men of old. The strength of today's Navy stems in large measure from the observance of these customs, each founded on need, each contributing its share to stability and smooth transfer of authority. Today, Captain Scott McClellan will pass command of Naval Support Facility Redzikowo to Captain John Grant. In a few moments, we will welcome the official party with traditional naval honors that include the ringing of a ship's bell and a call to attention by a whistle known as the bosun's pipe. Please rise for arrival honors of the official party and remain standing through the national anthem and invocation. Right, face, forward, march, about, face. Słupsk Police Academy, arriving. Redzikowo Force Protection Battalion, arriving. Captain, United States Navy, arriving. Naval Support Facility Redzikowo, arriving. Commander, Navy Region Europe, Africa, Southwest Asia, arriving. Side boys, post.
About face. Forward march. Right face.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the parading of the colors and playing of the national anthems of Poland and the United States. Color guard, parade the colors.
Halt. Left. Face. Dress center. Dress. Ready. Front. Present arms. Arms.
Retire the colors.
Left. Face. Forward. March.
Ready, two. Captain Lee, Navy Region Europe, Africa, Southwest Asia Chaplain, will now give the invocation.
Good morning. Let us pray. Almighty God, we pause this day to recognize the chain of command, links ever vital to mission accomplishment and command success. It's a long chain, anchored by those who have gone before us in service and sacrifice. It's hoisted and heaved by those around us and before us, standing strong, fast and faithful. It's held by those alongside us in partnership and peace. The chain extends as a promise of hope to those who will come after us. This chain is polished and reinforced by noble warriors and ideals like honor, courage, and commitment. And so as the charge changes today, and another link is added in the great chain, from Captain Scott McClelland to Captain John Grant, may your blessings be upon them, their sailors and staff, the Polish Force Protection Battalion, and guests from the community gathered here today. And we bring this prayer to you in your holy name. Amen.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the commanding officer, Naval Support Facility Redzikowo, Captain Scott McClelland.
Good morning. Captain Grant and I are both pleased and honored that you joined us here this morning, participating in this time-honored tradition, the change of command. So I consider everyone here this morning to be distinguished guests. But I'd again like to welcome our partners from Poland, Polish militaries, our local authorities, the Missile Defense Agency. I'd especially like to recognize Inspector Gill from the Słupsk Police Academy, and Colonel Peter Lewandowski from the Force Protection Battalion for joining us today. Thank you both for your support during this tour and being up on the stage with us as a symbol of our partnership. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to the entire Redzikowo team. It's great to see you all here today. And again, thank you so much for honoring us with your presence. Your presence makes this already a special occasion, and John and I think that makes it much more special. It's my distinction this morning to introduce our guest speaker, my boss, Rear Admiral Rick Williamson. His biography is in your program, and I won't recite it, but you can see he's had a tremendous successful career, a broad range of flag officer, command, operational, and shore assignments. He served as commanding officer of USS Simpson, guided missile frigate, similar to the Polish frigate General Casimir Pulaski, home ported here nearby in Gdynia. Ashore Admiral Williamson has been the commanding officer of Naval Base San Diego, California, commanding Navy regions Midwest, Southeast, Mid-Atlantic areas in the United States before becoming commander of region Europe, Africa, Southwest Asia. It's my privilege to work for him in the past year, and he's been an inspirational leader to me. Please join me in a warm welcome for Commander Naval Region Africa, Southwest Asia, Rear Admiral Rick Williams.
Good morning to all of you, distinguished guests from the local military, police, government, schools, Scott, John, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here today. I am grateful to be here to join you in this ceremony. First, I'd like to thank our partners from the Polish government, our neighbors in Redzikowo and Slupsk, and our security teammates, the Force Protection Battalion. You have been the best host nation partners that any commander could ask for, and I salute your support and commitment to the defense of Europe. Naval Support Facility Redzikowo is a critical piece of that commitment, the foundation of trust and partnership that enables both of our nations to advance common interests and successfully address the threats to our societies. Captain McClelland has frequently remarked on the hospitality and cooperation we receive from host nation and local community leaders. The strong partnership between our nations is especially evident at the community level. To the people of Redzikowo and Słupsk, I offer my sincere gratitude for the care and support you have extended our folks here. I thank you for attending today's ceremony. Now, many of you, I'm sure, are quite familiar with today's proceedings. This ceremony is, at its heart, the moment when the fundamental elements of command, responsibility, accountability, and authority are formally transferred from one individual to another. The importance of these elements to the charge of command cannot be overstated. The 33rd President of the United States, Harry S. Truman, famously displayed a sign on his desk while in office. On one side, it simply read, "I am from Missouri." Now, maybe that doesn't have much relevance to most of you, but I'd like to talk about what was on the other side of that sign. The front of the sign read, "The buck stops here." The phrase, "pass the buck," is slang for passing on responsibility to another. As Commander-in-Chief, President Truman understood that when a decision was to be made, the burden of responsibility fell upon him. There was no one else in the room that he could pass the buck to. I'd be hard-pressed to surmise leadership in any simpler terms. While nowhere near the gravity of the office of President, the charge of command we commemorate today carries with it the same requirement to assume responsibility for what is placed in your care. Captain McClellan has demonstrated that responsibility. In a challenging and demanding environment, he put his nose to the grindstone and got to work. He shouldered the burden of responsibility, accountability, and authority and led from the front. That kind of leadership is even more important when you're creating a new base, a new type of base, from scratch. The CO of an installation like Redzikowo has to be much more than just a commander. You have to be a diplomat, a partner, a mayor, and most importantly, a good neighbor. To truly succeed, you need to own all of these roles. And in his time here in Poland, Scott has done exactly that. In just a year on the job, Scott has brought together people from a wide range of agencies, from the Fleet, the Missile Defense Agency, Army Corps of Engineers, Force Protection Battalion, and melded them into a unified group, dedicated to completing this base and turning it into a fully operational and well-defended asset to the defense of Europe. Scott has also continued his predecessor's work as a liaison to the local community, continuing to ensure that our alliance with Poland remains strong. More than that, Scott, you are the voice of the sailor. Your tour has been characterized by the care and consideration for those you've been charged to command, especially given the austere nature of our Aegis Ashore installations. Every time I speak with our commanding officers at one of our installations, I stress the importance of remaining focused on our mission. Scott, your efforts ensured your people were able to do so. You've taken care of our shipmates, and they stand prepared and equipped to face any challenge. When we peer into an uncertain future, it takes the courage of an individual to lay out a plan that is capable of addressing unknown challenges. It takes courage to champion that plan on the basis of its merits, even in the face of skepticism, fiscal constraints, and uncertainty. While this serves as an incomplete accounting of what you have done, Scott, it is a testament to the attention you have given to move a naval support facility, Redzikowo, forward toward full mission capability, and your dedication to the physical, mental, moral, and spiritual readiness that is vital to our success. I know you credit the members of your command for this success, but I can say without hesitation, it was your leadership that set the conditions for success. It was your unwillingness to pass the buck that established a culture of excellence here at Redzikowo. You should be very proud. With that said, even though this has been a challenging assignment and you're eager to move on to the next endeavor, which coincidentally will be working for me at Navy Region Uraswa, I know it is going to be hard for you to let go. You have invested yourself wholeheartedly with the results to prove it. But you have to let go and trust that those who come behind you will care for this command the same way you have. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Captain McClellan's successor, Captain John Grant. John comes to us with a diverse background. He enlisted as a gunner's mate and was later commissioned as a limited duty officer. He went from training sailors in the Aegis system to leading some of the first strikes on Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan during Operation Enduring Freedom. He has commanded munitions attachments on both sides of the Pacific. And most recently, John served as Strike Force Interoperability Officer with Naval Information Forces West in San Diego, California. By far, the most unique part of John's background, though, is that this will be his second time in command of an Aegis ashore facility. A couple of years ago, John Grant took on the challenge of commanding NSF Devaselu in Romania, when the Aegis ashore system wasn't much more evolved than a sketch on the back of a napkin. Now, Devaselu is on the map in more ways than one, but principally as the class leader of Aegis ashore, and a large part of it is due to John Grant's leadership. That leadership is a major reason why you are here, John. Here at another Aegis ashore installation, getting ready to make the jump from being a construction site to taking its place as a fully functional missile defense facility. Captain Grant has proven himself as a fine sailor, leader, and critical thinker. The institutional knowledge that he brings to this job is immeasurable. His experience in the system will be vital to bringing NSF Redzikowo to life. And I don't doubt that he will also continue to contribute to our strong relationship and with the Force Protection Battalion and with the communities of Redzikowo and Słupsk. John, welcome to Poland, and welcome back to the Aegis ashore family. Now, Scott, a few minutes ago, you had an opportunity to observe the national anthem of both our nations. This is always a proud moment for both the United States and Poland, as it signifies the relationship our two nations enjoy. As you consider this farewell salute, I know it is a bittersweet moment for you. With Captain Grant taking command, I know how proud you are to have been part of such a strategically important installation. The relationships you develop will leave a lasting imprint on your career and indeed your life. I would like again to thank you and your family back in the United States for the immense contributions to our efforts and in the lives of all of our shipmates. Now, Scott, I can't really say goodbye because I'll soon be seeing you in Naples. But on behalf of your sailors and civilians here in Poland, I wish you fair winds and following seas. I thank everyone for allowing me the honor to be here today. Thank you.
Please rise for the presentation of the award. Attention to award. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Legion of Merit Gold Star in lieu of the second award to Captain Scott McClellan. For exceptionally meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding service as Commanding Officer for U.S. Naval Support Facility Redzikowo from December 2017 to November 2018, Captain McClellan provided extraordinary foresight and inspirational guidance to a workforce comprised of more than 100 military and civilian personnel. Exhibiting brilliant leadership, he developed every aspect of security, base operations, contractor support, ensuring the establishment of a critical mission capability for the United States and the European region. A dynamic and innovative installation manager, he created an atmosphere of collaboration between Missile Defense Agency, Army Corps of Engineers, Aegis Ashore, and United States Navy stakeholders, synchronizing priorities for completion of the Navy's newest installation and North Atlantic Treaty Organization ballistic missile defense asset. Displaying an exemplary strategic vision, he established a collective approach with Polish Force Protection Battalion partners, enabling the defense of a critical $1 billion weapon system and the transformation of two nations into a fully integrated warfighting team. Additionally, he continued to strengthen our alliance with Poland, providing a responsive and committed effort to cooperation through steady engagements and effective community relations projects with local officials, schools, police academy, and military organizations. By his dynamic direction, keen judgment, and loyal devotion to duty, Captain McClellan reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of United States naval service. For the President, M.M. Jackson, Vice Admiral, U.S. Navy, Commander, Navy Installations Command. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Commanding Officer, Naval Support Facility, Redzikowo, Captain Scott McClellan.
Good morning again. Thank you for the kind words. Pretty fantastic. Thank you again for attending the ceremony this morning. I continue to be honored by your presence. It's a true testament to the growing relationship. These relationships are the cornerstone from which we continue to build. The traditional goals we set for the command last year were executed with deck-plate leadership and expertise from construction to initial operating conditions and forward to full operation. We were accomplished under hard work of every person, sailor, government service, contractor, local government, and our bilateral partners. All have had a vital role in our success. Well done, shipmates. I appreciate all your unwavering support to the base, and it's deeply appreciated. It's important to recognize our United States and Polish bilateral commitment. Naval Support Facility and the Polish Force Protection Battalion here at Redzikowo Military Base is clear demonstration that our objective is a continued source of pride and honor as we move forward. It's been a pleasure working alongside you, and we both have met our individual and joint objectives. To my Navy Support Facility team, your dedication and professionalism has been inspiring. I would like to highlight just a few accomplishments. First was the Watchstander Academy. The academy was developed and executed by a Master at Arms second class. He trained and qualified 60 personnel in the first 3 months I was here. When he ramped up security measures last winter, he was the first one out on the line. We transformed the way MWR did fitness. We established long-term security section plan with ownership at the watch commander level. We created a full material maintenance plan. We maintained a team approach across all commands, Aegis Ashore, Missile Defense Agency, and the Army Corps of Engineers. And the list keeps on going, every accomplishment that we've made. As stated by Admiral Williamson and read under the award citation, we collectively held the mission of an establishment of the base. We put in place administrative instructions, physical procedures, standards of operation by which never lost sight of what our primary goal, and that was make the base better for those who follow. Tailor our actions to support these premises of leave the command better than we arrived. You want to change it? Oh, and with one-year tours, it would be easy to just keep the status quo. All right, they want me to change it. Test. Read. Okay. So with the one-year tour, it'd be easy to keep the status quo and not challenge ourselves. You didn't sit on your laurels. You didn't accept complacency. You met every challenge, and you met adversity with pride and ownership. As you continue to meet each milestone towards full operational capability, greet it with enthusiasm, a critical eye, and a sense of purpose. And none of this would have been possible without our support back home between our ombudsmen and our family members and our local family. It's been a great source of the ability for us to proceed on. Lastly, I'd like to appreciate the hospitality of Poland that showed me and my crew. The family bond that we have with the community remains strong. As a symbol of our appreciation, we've given a couple of plaques out to the Polish Force Protection Battalion and the Police Academy. And as a symbol, I'd like to shake their hands now to show our continued support. Thank you. now read my orders.
Would the guests please rise? Attention to orders.
Bupeur's orders 1718, dated 20 June 2018, from Chief of Naval Personnel to Captain Scott McClellan, United States Navy. Detached in November 2018 from duty as commanding officer at U.S. Naval Support Facility, Redzikowo, Poland, and report to Commander, Navy Region Europe, Africa, and Southwest Asia.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain John Grant, United States Navy.
I will now read my orders. Bupeur's orders dated 058, dated 26 March 2018, from the Chief of Naval Personnel to Captain John Grant, United States Navy. Detached in October 2018 from duty at Naval Information Forces West, San Diego, California, and report to U.S. Naval Support Facility, Redzikowo, Poland, for duty as commanding officer.
And will have the proper lead commanding officer in Naval Support Facility, Redzikowo.
Oh, that is got it. I'm assuming he's commanding officer Redzikowo.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to introduce the commanding officer, U.S. Naval Support Facility, Redzikowo, Captain John Grant.
Thank you, XO. Reverend Williamson, honored guests, family, and friends, thank you for attending our change of command. I know that many of you have traveled a great distance to be with us on this day, and I'm grateful that you are here to take part in today's celebration. First of all, I'd like to say that Polish hospitality is incredible. Thank you for your very warm welcome and generosity in making me feel right at home. I'm very fortunate and delighted to now be a part of this great community. Now, I'd like to take 1 minute to raise a special thanks to the crews of Aegis Ashore Missile Defense System, Slupsk Police Academy, Force Protection Battalion, the 7th Coastal Brigade, the 6th Military Logistics Unit, and Naval Support Facility, Redzikowo, for all of their efforts in welcoming me to the command and preparing for this morning's event. I know that a lot of hard work went into today's ceremony, and it shows. Thank you, one and all. And by the way, your fantastic appearance and terrific execution leave no doubt that this team is squared away and ready for action. I'm deeply honored to be standing here and to be in the presence of so many leaders whose actions from past and present have strengthened our alliance and improved our combined defensive capabilities. Given the complex and challenging security environment we are facing today, I want to thank you all for the superb leadership and service in promoting peace, cooperation, and for successfully ensuring the strategic stability within the region. You know, I'm absolutely awestruck at the opportunity the Navy has given to me to lead and serve the vast talent that makes up NSF Support Facility, Redzikowo. So when my assignment detailer offered me the opportunity to return to Europe, I jumped at having the chance to work with these extraordinary professionals. And finally, after many months of great anticipation, I'm blessed to be here, and I intend to work diligently with our team, our Polish partners, to ensure the effectiveness of this facility and its startup in support of ballistic missile defense operations. Reverend Williamson, I especially want to thank you for your trust and confidence in me to lead this esteemed command. With that said, it's been a great privilege and honor to relieve Captain Scott McClellan over the last year. He's demonstrated exceptional skill and judgment while at the helm of this new and elite facility, ensuring that his crews remain flexible, well-trained, and responsive to the needs of our allies and our nation. A long time ago, President John Quincy Adams once said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, do more, and become more, you're a leader." An inspirational leader and great surface warfare officer, Captain Scott McClellan has always led from the front with unparalleled distinction. And I'm very fortunate to follow in the footsteps of this dedicated professional whose lifelong commitment to our sailors has made our Navy stronger while improving the global reach and our warfighting capability. Captain McClellan, you exemplify President Adams' definition of a leader and I want you to know that we are extremely proud of you and your stunning accomplishments, not only for what you've done here at NSF Redzikowo, but throughout your long and distinguished career. Again, congratulations from all of us to you on your superb leadership in this critically important position. Your success is a fine and fitting testament to your hard work and dedication to the naval service. Scott, I wish you and Sonia all the success and happiness you deserve. I know that you will welcome the new challenges that you face in your next assignment in our region, and that you will look back on your time in command here at Redzikowo with many fond memories. Thank you for everything you've done for us, and thank you for this command. I promise to you that we will continue to build on your legacy. To the men and women of Naval Support Facility Redzikowo, thank you for your continued hard work, your dedication, and for taking the time over these last few days to educate me on our current operations. You've done an amazing job in helping me with the transition, and as I mentioned earlier, in setting up this wonderful change of command. With that said, I'm well aware of the great gift that has been given to me. Command is definitely a privilege, and this team has proven to be the best of the best in helping to build and expand our defensive capabilities for deterrence and for keeping our forces armed and ready should they need to fight. I look forward to serving as your commanding officer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much. May God bless our Navy, Poland, and the United States of America. Thank you.
Side boys, post.
Right face. Forward march. About face.
Please rise for the benediction and remain standing throughout the departure hour. Chaplain Lee will give the benediction.
Let us pray. Almighty God, first of all, we thank you for the opportunity to serve, to be caretakers of a mission, to stand for peace and freedom, and to do it here amidst the people of Poland in partnership with the Polish Force Protection Battalion. We thank you for the sailors and staff of NSF Redzikowo, plank owners of this support facility, and friends of the communities nearby. Our thoughts turn to Captain John Grant, and as he shoulders the mantle of command today, may your strength and wisdom be with him. May your presence and protection surround the Redzikowo team and loved ones across the miles. And lastly, Lord, as we say farewell to Captain McClellan, we say thank you for his precision leadership, sure and steady, optimistic and realistic, and for taking the command to another level, another step toward mission accomplishment. And as he crosses the finish line today, having fought the good fight and run the good race, may he do so in peace, knowing those he has trained now have the watch. We bring this prayer to you in your holy name. Amen.
Please remain standing for the departure of the official party. Commander, Navy Region Europe, Africa, Southwest Asia, departing. Naval Support Facility, Redzikowo, departing. Captain, United States Navy, departing. Redzikowo Force Protection Battalion, departing. Słupsk Police Academy, departing. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony. You are cordially invited to attend a cake cutting just outside the auditorium. Thank you very much for attending.